Imagine waking up in a village where the outside world feels a million miles away. There are no cars, traffic lights, or neon signs in the area. Instead, there are winding cobblestone streets, bell towers chiming in the distance, and homes built centuries ago still standing strong. In today's video, we're uncovering 5 of Europe's most magical, lesser-known medieval villages. These aren't tourist-packed cities. They're quiet, historical gems where time seems to have paused. And stick around until the end for a bonus tip showing you how to uncover even more hidden villages on your next European adventure. Let's begin with a village straight out of a storybook. People often describe Rothenburg ob der Tauber in Germany as a real-life fairy tale. Nestled in Bavaria, this village is one of the best-preserved medieval towns in the world. From the moment you enter through the city gates, it's like stepping into the 1300s. Stone walls surround the town, and half-timbered houses line every street. Narrow passageways lead to hidden courtyards, bakeries, and ancient wells. You can walk the entire medieval wall that still encloses the old town. It's peaceful, scenic, and prosperous with detail, complete with towers, archways, and lookout points. Inside the town, every storefront and window box feels crafted for charm. Shops sell hand-carved nutcrackers, vintage toys, and holiday ornaments all year round. And if you visit during December, the Christmas market is one of the most magical in Europe. Want a view you'll never forget? Climb the town hall tower. From the top, you'll see rooftops, spires, and the rolling hills of Franconia stretching to the horizon. For something a bit more unusual, refer to the Medieval Crime Museum. It's both chilling and fascinating, filled with historical punishments and justice practices from centuries past. What makes Rothenburg truly magical is that it isn't a recreation. It survived the centuries almost untouched. Movies like Harry Potter and Pinocchio have featured it, but the real thing is superior to the screen. Visitors during the shoulder seasons, such as May or October, are ideal for avoiding crowds. Stay overnight to enjoy the town once the day trippers leave. At night, lanterns light the cobbled streets, and the village feels like a dream. Would you walk Rothenburg's ancient walls under a full moon? Let's travel west to France, where we discover Eguisheim, a village shaped like a snail shell. Just outside Colmar in the Alsace region, Eguisheim is known for its perfectly circular layout and incredible charm. The streets curve gently around the center of town, where a fountain and small square mark the village's heart. Pastel-colored homes with timber framing and red-tiled roofs line every alley. Window boxes overflow with flowers, especially in spring and summer. People have voted the village as one of the most beautiful in France, and it's easy to understand why. Walking through Eguisheim feels like walking through a painting. Every turn reveals another detail. An ornate door knocker, a vine-covered wall, a quiet cafe tucked into a corner. It's not just beautiful, though, it's historic. Eguisheim is the birthplace of Pope Leo IX, and some of the buildings date back to the 11th century. Locals still produce wine here. Vineyards surround the village, and tasting rooms dot the narrow streets. Try Crémant d'Alsace, the region's signature sparkling wine, crisp, light, and delicious. Would you like to enjoy Eguisheim without the crowds? Visit early in the morning or late in the afternoon. And if you love flowers, late May through June is peak blooming season. If you're searching for a hidden gem in France, Eguisheim should be on your radar. Next, we move south to the rugged Italian coast, where the village of Manarola clings to cliffs above the Ligurian Sea. Part of the famous Cinque Terre, Manarola is often considered the most scenic and romantic of the 5 towns. The buildings are painted warmly, pinks, oranges, yellows, and reds. They cascade down the hillside, stacked closely like a mosaic facing the sea. In the harbor below, fishing boats bob gently in the water. You can swim in the natural rocky pool or sit and watch the waves crash against the stone. Above the village, terraced vineyards climb the cliffs. These are centuries old and still produce local wines today. You can hike through them to reach panoramic viewpoints or follow the coastal path for breathtaking scenery. At sunset, the entire village glows. The colors reflect in the water. The sound of waves blends with distant church bells, and for a few minutes, the world feels completely still. Manarola is also known for its food, especially pesto, which originated in this region. Order trophy al pesto, a pasta dish served with fresh basil, pine nuts, and olive oil. And you'll understand why the cuisine here is just as magical as the view. Most visitors only stop by for the day, but staying overnight lets you experience the quiet side of the village. After the tour groups leave, Manarola feels like a secret hideaway. Would you trade a busy day in Rome for a peaceful evening on these cliffs? Now let's travel east to Slovenia, where we find Bled a lakeside town surrounded by forests, mountains, and centuries of history. Lake Bled is one of the most photographed spots in Europe, and for good reason. In the middle of the lake sits a tiny island, home to a beautiful white church with a bell tower. Legend says your wish will come true if you ring the church bell. But the journey is part of the magic. To get there, you can row yourself in a wooden boat known as a pletna. The experience is peaceful, reflective, and unforgettable. High above the lake is Bled Castle, perched dramatically on a cliff. You can hike or drive to the top, where a museum, cafe, and some of the best views in Slovenia await. In every season, Bled has its charm. Spring is fresh and green, summer is warm and inviting, autumn brings fiery foliage, and winter transforms the village into a snowy wonderland. Another must-try is kremšnita, a traditional cream cake that's light, fluffy, and seriously addictive. Bled is perfect for travelers who love natural beauty but crave culture and history. It's less crowded than many Western European destinations, but just as spectacular. If you're looking for a peaceful escape in Central Europe, Bled might be your new favorite place. Finally, let's head to the Adriatic coast, the medieval walled city of Kotor in Montenegro. Set at the base of towering mountains and beside a bay resembling a fjord, Kotor is both dramatic and enchanting. The old town is a maze of stone alleys, churches, and ancient squares. It evokes the impression of a city untouched by modern design, yet still resounding with the footsteps of history. Unlike many medieval towns, Kotor isn't overly polished. It feels lived in, real, and layered with stories. Romanesque churches stand next to Venetian palaces. Cats lounge in doorways, giving Kotor the nickname City of Cats. One of the most unforgettable experiences here is the climb to the fortress of San Giovanni. It's at 300 stone steps to the top, but the view is worth it. You can see the bay, rooftops, and mountains rolling into the distance from the summit. After the hike, reward yourself with local seafood. Fresh fish, grilled octopus, and black risotto are staples, flavorful, fresh, and affordable. To avoid cruise ship crowds, visit early in the morning or travel in the spring or fall. The weather is perfect, and you'll have more space to explore the quiet corners of this incredible city. Would you climb over 1,000 steps for a view like that? From Germany to Montenegro, these 5 villages prove that Europe still holds magical medieval secrets, if you know where to look. Each one is unique, each one is filled with charm, and each offers a chance to step into a slower, more straightforward way of life. If this episode sparked your wanderlust, subscribe and hit the notification bell. In the following video, we'll explore ancient Asian villages that are just as magical and even more mysterious. Before you go, here's your bonus tip. Are you interested in discovering more hidden gems like these? Start with Google Earth and satellite view. Zoom in on rural areas and look for tight clusters of rooftops surrounded by countryside. You'll often find undiscovered villages this way. Read regional travel blogs. Local writers know the secrets the big travel sites don't. Some of the best places you'll ever visit aren't on any map. Which of these 5 medieval villages would you explore first? Please let us know in the comments. And remember, keep dreaming, exploring, and never stop chasing the magic.